week I'm in a place known as the island of 10,000 temples, set in the Indian Ocean. Renowned for its exquisite rice terraces, with a culture steeped in ancient customs and costumes. And with some of the most beautiful golf courses in the whole of Asia, it's time to say, welcome to Bali. Set towards the eastern end of the Indonesian archipelago and only a couple of flying hours from the northern tip of Australia, Bali is considered by many to be the ultimate tropical paradise. First settled by the Dutch in the late 1500s, its unique culture has always held a fascination for world travellers. Being a Hindu island within the Muslim Indonesian state, Bali retains a fiercely independent position. This and the fact that it's become a mecca for Western tourists made it a prime target for terrorism. In 2002 and again in 2005, bomb attacks claimed many lives and decimated the tourist industry, which is still struggling to recover. But these ever-friendly, optimistic people refuse to be cowed, and life is definitely returning to its old, idyllic self. Since the bombing, security has been dramatically upgraded at tourist sites, like this one, the Nirwana Golf and Spa Resort. Le Meridien Nirwana Golf and Spa Resort is a haven of tranquility on the southwest coast of Bali. The hotel here offers world-class luxury, set amongst coconut groves, offering amazing views out across the Indian Ocean. Built in 1977, this course was designed by Greg Norman. It plays 6,805 yards off the back tees, or shark tees, as Greg calls them, and has been voted the best course in Asia. This is the 340-yard par 4 13th. You can see the flag up there on the headland. Ernie Els drove the green in one. I'm going to go for it. There was a good deal of controversy when the course was first built, as the site contains many sacred Balinese temples, and it's right next door to the world-famous Tanah Lot Sea Temple. But compromises were reached, and everybody seems to coexist quite happily these days. Nirwana is built on a stunning plot of land. The inland sections of the course wind their way through the ubiquitous Balinese rice paddies, whilst the holes down by the sea have you playing across beautiful bays to spectacular elevated greens. I've been invited to play here with Narrelle McDougall, who works at Nirwana.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit short too.
That was a bit short as well. So have you teed off over rice fields before?
I haven't. That's a unique experience, isn't it?
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. It's very hot though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is hot. And I don't think that you ever, stop feeling the heat. You just get used to the fact that it's hot and you just play through it anyway.
I mean, you've played golf in a lot of different countries in Asia. I mean, how does Bali rate? I'm
going to sound really biased when I say this, but I think this is the most wonderful place in the world. The people are amazing, the golf is amazing, and it's just a very special part of the world.
Pitch, thanks.
Like many courses in Southeast Asia, you're expected to play here with a caddy, and as in Asia generally, they're all women.
This is one of the 14 active temples on the course. The Hindu religion is hugely important to the Balinese. It's forbidden to go into the temple. It's classified as a sensitive area, so if your ball goes in, it's a free drop.
If you get permission and are dressed correctly, you can actually visit many of the temples, but they're definitely not the kind of place you'd want to wander around in your golf spikes. Unsurprisingly, Bali caters for adventure golfers from across the globe, as I found out.
Where do you play golf in France?
Near Paris, Antoine and I, and
near Toulouse, in the south of France.
Were you surprised at how good the golf is in Bali?
No, a friend of ours told us before that this place was very nice. So
the golf, it's wonderful. You have a very, very beautiful links, beautiful site. The greens are very, very quick.
Quick, yes.
And you have to train your putting. The best advice is to train your putting very, very much before coming to
But
Bali.
the prices are very high too, compared to France. I don't think this sport is affordable for Balinese people. It's only for tourists. I think it could be better for Balinese to play here.
The signature hole at Nirwana is the par 3 194-yard 7th, with a tee shot played across a gorgeous little bay to this small sloping green guarded by bunkers. It's one of those holes where you could easily kick yourself for not spending a little longer on the practice ground.
So this is the 7th, and that is Tanalot, one of the most venerated temples here in Bali. There's a string of temples, sea temples, all the way down the Indian Ocean, and this is a hole that everybody loves to play. Good luck.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Come back.
Just over the back.
Nice shot, little bit long.
Good one.
Not bad. Get up, get up, get up.
You're over.
Little bit right, but I think it's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. That's good. I was more than happy with my tee shot. It ended up a bit big, but I made sure I cleared those bunkers at the front of the green. Narrelle also hit a good shot, which ended up just short and right, leaving her a simple pitch on.
Get up.
I see what that French woman meant about the speed of these greens. I only just touched that and it still went past. Still, I'm not going to complain about walking away from this hole with a par, especially as Narrelle ended up with a 4, and she plays here every day. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, I need a cold bath.
Yeah, it's hot, isn't it? Unbelievable.
When I came to Bali 30 years ago, there were just a few surfers and hippies on the beach. The scene's moved on a bit since then. It's not just about golf courses, but cool bars like this one, Coup d'Etat. This place is one of the new wave of cool club restaurants. It's where the beautiful people sip their cocktails as the sun goes down before retiring to eat. It's also where I met an old mate of mine from Bali who I hadn't seen for 15 years. Amazing. The food in Bali is reasonably priced and of a very high standard, with seafood dishes like this crab and scallops being the most popular. If you're staying down on the coast, check out the Bali Hotel. It's an exclusive compound of 17 modernist pavilion-style villas, providing luxury living for those guests who are looking for a Balinese experience with a modern twist. And there's the golf course. Fantastic. The Bali is right next door to the Bali Golf and Country Club, both being situated at Nusa Dua, where many of the island's top-end beach resorts can be found. The clubhouse is in traditional style with all the facilities one would expect. At 6,871 yards, this course has 3 distinct sections. Holes 1 to 9 play through creeks and canyons full of lush tropical vegetation. Holes 10 to 16 change into a mature 100-foot-high coconut grove, which feels more like playing in Florida. 17 and 18 are played down by the beautiful Indian Ocean shoreline around a 16-acre lake. My playing partner today is American Ted Moore, who's been a pro since 1979 and here in Bali for the last 11 years.
Perfect, right down the middle.
Yeah. That's an interesting touch.
Yeah, here at Bali Golf and Country Club, Ian, we've chosen to use the goddess of Rama for our 150-yard marker.
So have you sort of gone native here, having lived here all this time?
Yeah, I've definitely went native. I've married one of the Balinese girls. My name now is Ketut Samara Jaya, and my religion is now Hindu, yes.
And you like that? That's working well for you?
Well, my wife picked out my name, and actually the name means fourth child, handsome, lucky. So yeah, I kind of like that name. Yeah. Well, there's a good shot there, Ian.
Wasn't bad, was it?
Very good. One of the main things that I had to do once I changed my religion of Hindu, the Hindu religion believes there's 7 evils in your body, and your canines represent one of your evils, which represents a dog or an animal. So prior to marrying my Balinese wife, I had to go to the priest, and they had to file my teeth, which starts from your canine to the other canine, and all your straight teeth have to be filed so they're perfectly level. No pain. I was a little bit scared to have it done, but after a 30-minute prayer session, I was ready to have it done. There was no pain at all, so everything went really well.
You've been to cremations and things like that?
And the cremations, they celebrate death here, Ian, because they believe their second life's going to be better than their first life. Maybe I'll be a better putter in my second life.
I'd like to come back as a pro.
There you go, there you go.
Certainly not going to happen in the first life.
There you go, that's a winner. Very good. Good hole, good par.
I'm leaving the coast now and heading north into the more mountainous centre part of the island.
As you move inland, you start to see a completely different side of Bali. The coast feels as if it's been sacrificed to the god of tourism, whilst here, life seems much slower and more rural, with endless paddy fields reaching into the foothills of majestic mountains. In the village of McDougall, I was shown around the Pura Ulan Danu Bratan Hindu temple by local guide Kadek Krishna, but only after donning traditional clothing, which is compulsory in order to be allowed in.
So what's the significance of the different shrines?
Well, you can sort of see the layers of history because the different shrines were established at different times. They're all to God, but we have a saying in Hindu, there is but one God, but his lovers know him by many names. We've got a shrine to the Lady of the Lake. She has 2 separate shrines within the lake, built at different times, both to her.
It's lovely. Well, look, thank you very much, Kadek, for bringing me here today. It's been really special.
It's been great having you.
Yeah. All over the island, you find these outdoor showrooms lining the roadside. Bali has become a giant home depot for everything you need to build your stylish, cool, modern house, hotel, resort, anywhere in the world.
Bali has always been famous for its artisans. Apart from these beautiful stone pieces, there are wood specialists who produce the most intricate carvings imaginable. In Ubud, which is the cultural capital of the island, they specialise in all the different styles of painting.
Balinese painting is probably the art form most influenced by Western ideas and demand. Traditional Balinese work is now a rarity in the art galleries here in Ubud, and a lot of the work here doesn't have a Balinese theme at all. Even the rubbish trucks are works of art here. How much?
It's around 40 US dollars.
What about 20 US dollars?
Yeah, then 25 US.
25 US for that. Jerry, who's your favourite artist?
Picasso, my favorite.
Picasso?
Yeah.
Do the tourists want Balinese painting?
No, it's pretty difficult now because the tourists have a modern room, modern house, so they need a modern painting like that.
So very little Balinese.
I'm staying just outside Ubud at the Royal Pitamaha Hotel. This place has been built by the local king and is Balinese living in the lap of luxury. No expense has been spared here.
This is my room. Look at this detail on the door and around the entrance of the villa. All the rooms here are styled to resemble a traditional pavilion, with vast bedrooms, sitting rooms, and a bath you could swim around in. Not that you need to, because you also get your own private pool. What a view. If you're up here in the hills with a bit of time on your hands, it's well worth going to visit the Elephant Safari Park near the village of Tarot. It was set up in 1996 by Australian expat Nigel Mason as a tourist attraction, but has grown into something much more worthy. How did you get into the Elephant Safari Park?
A guy had brought some elephants over here, a small number, and sort of dumped them and then didn't know what to do with them. And came down to my office and said, you know, do you want to buy half a dozen elephants? Pretty crazy way, really. It was not any master plan. I came up and had a look at them, fell in love with them, and bought them and thought, yeah, I think maybe I can do something with this. That's really how it started. I've got high heels, have you?
The highlight of a visit here is a ride on these magnificent creatures out into the jungle. These Sumatran elephants are quite a lot smaller than their African and Indian cousins, and are now a lot more endangered, with only around 1,500 left in the wild. So it's become more of an elephant sanctuary, as well as obviously
very much so.
Something you can offer tourists.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we soon discovered up in Sumatra that these elephants were in, you know, dire straits.
What is the problem up there?
Well, it's just no habitat. I mean, it's gone. These elephants are now encroaching onto newly established crop areas, oil palm areas, and destroying the crops and that, of course, to survive. And the people are getting extremely angry. They're poisoning them, trapping them, shooting them, all sorts of things.
So the elephant hasn't been used as a workhorse in Sumatra?
No, that's never happened in Indonesia for some reason. It was always just a wild animal here, not like it is in Thailand and India, where there's a sort of a history and culture of elephants and people.
Well, there we go. Thanks.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Nigel. I'll come back here with my kids. That was fascinating. But now it's back to golf and a trip through more paddy fields and further up into the mountains for my last course. Now that's impressive. This is the entrance to the Bali Handara Kasaido Country Club. It's the oldest golf course in Bali and the only one in the mountains, and I can already feel it's a lot cooler up here. Nestled in the crater of an extinct volcano, the Bali Handara is over 3,000 feet above sea level. Set within the Central Highlands region of the island and surrounded by tropical rainforest with commanding views of the nearby Lake Buyan, this beautiful mountain course is not surprisingly much cooler than the other courses near the coast. 6,983 yards and a par 72. This is a pretty tough golfing challenge and has been in the top 50 courses in the world. The 435-yard par 4 third is the signature hole here. Played right up to the foot of the mountain, this sharp right-hand dogleg has a tee shot which could soon have you running out of fairway, and a second over a stream to a small green. This is the toughest hole on the course with a stroke index of 1. I'm playing with Agung Raka, who is one of Bali's top golfers and has been playing here for years.
Yeah, thank you. That's the right place.
Sure is. Golf is an expensive game to play here, and that's prohibited many locals from taking up the sport. But Raka is hopeful that's slowly changing.
That's okay.
It's okay though, just a bit rough I think.
Yes.
Raka took his 3-wood and hit it straight down the middle, laying up just short of the rough. I used my driver and hit it almost too well, ending up on the left in the semi-rough, just short of the jungle. How old were you when you got into golf?
Oh, I started to play golf very late when I was 33.
33?
Yes, now I'm 43. It was 10 years ago.
How did you start?
I started to play golf because I work with a Japanese company. So they send clients to Bali, and most of them, they play golf. So sometimes I have to join them to play golf.
Oh, that's pretty tough.
Oh, yeah. No, interesting, actually.
At this point, Raka spotted where I've been going wrong. He straightened up my shoulders at address, and I hit one of my best ever approach shots.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
On the dance floor, rack and roll.
Yes, it is.
What a good tip that was. After Raka's impromptu lesson, I hit a butte to within 12 feet. Raka made it look easy and hit his right into the heart of the green, so we were both putting for birdies.
You must have played with quite a lot of famous golfers who've been to Bali.
I played with Ernie Els, and I played with Nick Faldo.
Faldo.
Yeah, it was very interesting to play with them.
Okay, it's your honour, because you gave me that tip, and I'm just a few feet away.
So I have to putt first.
You do? Very unusual, I know.
Raka left his putt short, which left me this for my birdie and the hole. And oh yes, cross beats the pro.
Great.
You need to play with me all the time.
Okay, no problem for me.
That's a birdie.
Okay.
I'm sure you've got the idea by now that Bali is an island in which religion plays a key role. One of the most important festivals is Nyepi, or the Balinese New Year.
The giant figures are known as Ogu Ogu, and they'll be burnt tonight to banish the evil spirits in the coming year.
As the year here lasts 420 days, in accordance with the lunar calendar, they're about to celebrate the dawning of 1928.
There's traffic jams now all over the roads of Bali as the Ogu Ogu are carried to the temples in the centre of all the villages. It's incredible.
During New Year's Eve, everybody makes as much noise as they can to drive the evil spirits to the outside of the island. And then tomorrow, on Nyepi Day or New Year's Day, everybody has to stay silent by law, so the demons think there's nobody here and they all go away.
It's dark now and things are getting more and more exciting, and they're getting ready to burn the Ogu Ogu. It's the morning after the night before, Nyepi, New Year's Day, the day of silence. There's total shutdown on the island, even the airport's closed. You're not allowed to leave your home or your hotel. No travel, no housework, no lovemaking, no visiting your neighbours. I guess that means no golf. See you next time.